Hello my lovely Wanderers, and welcome to the very first Wanderers Club Lore Breakdown video. For those who have yet to meet me, I'm Alicia Liston, and today we'll be going over an overview of the lore of Dreamland. But first off, I'd like to make it a tradition to shout out a few of our Wanderers within our community. Being that it's the very first video, I figure it's only fitting to shout out some of the very first pieces of fan art that I've received. Thank you so much to these Wanderers for bringing Dreamland to life within these very enchanting pieces, and without further ado, shall we begin? Dreamland is an enchanting masterpiece that transcends the meaning of art completely. It's not only an album, not only circus, not quite this, not quite that, but at heart, it's a story. Devastated by an unknown debilitating disease, my character Lux could hardly call their beloved kingdom of Elswyth home. Desperate to find an antidote for both themselves and their kingdom, the ailing wanderer ventures outside the walls of their crumbling motherland and into an otherworldly terrain they've documented as Dreamland. Captivated by its alluring creatures and fantastical flora, Lux begins to turn to some temporary cures for relief. It isn't until Lux can confront the root cause of their disease that they may be led to a cure that will truly heal them. Although in song form, our first chapter of the story, Welcome to Dreamland, is a diary entry-styled piece providing some insight into Lux's character, and the story as a whole. In the beginning of their journey, Lux has just turned 15, and for some context, the Elswyth Kingdom is divided into 16 houses, each specializing in a certain craft. Lux and their family are a part of the House of Chandler, specializing in candle making, protection, and hospitality for the sick. But growing up around such devastation, Lux's imaginative spirit is what keeps their hope alive. This scheme to venture beyond the walls of Elswyth is, in part, a product of their naivety, but nevertheless, an enticing one, especially when faced with the blatant corruption of Wisterium Decay. As of recent, the Kingdom of Elswyth has been facing a mysterious outbreak of infection. These strange, dark purple patches have been appearing on the surface of flora, fauna, citizen skin, buildings, and creations. Living organisms fall incredibly fatigued, with the results potentially being fatal, and infected buildings and commodities eventually rot and crumble into dust. Thus, upon seeing these symptoms appear on their own skin, Lux decides to take matters into their own hands. For better or for worse. Journey of a Wanderer accounts for Lux's first steps into Dreamland, exploring the closest terrain to Elswyth, entitled Metanoia. Now, the fun thing about Dreamland is this isn't quite like any other terrain. Its landscape adapts to an inhabitant's emotions, manifesting one's wishes, secrets, dreams, and nightmares. Metanoia in particular is home to change, growth, and current transitions, distinguished by its dreamlike physics. Enlarged flowers, giant mushrooms, vibrant colors, and enchanting fauna. Both the region and the song Journey of a Wanderer represent this dichotomy of excitement and nervousness when experiencing change. After all, if all ends empty, am I blindly chasing this beautiful pipe dream? However, as Lux begins to explore the terrain further, they begin to grow comfortable in this new chapter. Stardew Forest lies within the next region of Dreamland, known as Velion, holding knowledge and secrets. Occasionally, the forest may seem dark and scary, fear won't let you go, but that's only temporary, feeling so alone. In their travels throughout Stardew Forest, Lux becomes entranced with the beauty this terrain has to offer, and begins to make a home out of Dreamland. They realize, no matter where they may wander, if their mind could become a safe place, so could the world around them. But alas, all wonders have to end. Despite the beauty that Dreamland provides, it's crucial to not get distracted. After all, Lux is dying, and as the futility of finding any worthwhile antidote begins to seep in, Dreamland's terrain begins to change. A patch of once beautiful Velion begins to wither into umbersence, showing that even Dreamland isn't immune to the same disease which Lux carries. Under desperation's firm grip, Lux decides to retrace their steps back to Elswyth, certain they're not cut out to play hero. However, upon their return back to Metanoia, they're all the more vulnerable to creatures promising fairy tales of cures at their fingertips. Lux's condition intrigues the Morn sprites in particular, tasked with granting one's heart's desires. Though, they're not necessarily healers, and magic cures aren't really a thing in stock. So sure, you may have flowers popping out of your skin, but your patches are covered. That's what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted, right? Poison tea is a metaphor for a variety of coping mechanisms we all struggle with. It discusses the fear of returning to a bad habit, yet the addictive nature of codependency. Ashamed and distraught, Lux decides to return deeper into the forest, eventually stumbling upon another region, Hyrayeth. Deep inside Hyrayeth lies another half-child, half-creature with a fate similar to Lux. Bound to their clock tower, this Timekeeper is responsible for archiving the memories of Elswyth citizens, careful to make sure none of them break. In looking back at Lux's own memories, the little wanderer must face the painful reality that no amount of self-sacrifice could save them. After all, we're not heroes, we're kids. And at last, Lux's flickering lantern, their protective ward against further plague, dwindles to dust. Within Shattered Little Lantern, another region of Hyrayeth becomes withered, and Lux is left with a difficult truth. There is no such thing as a magic cure to fix the flaws inside your heart. Their hysterical quest has only left them lost, and fairy tales weren't meant to be told in ignorance. However, in wandering Dreamland, Lux begins to come to terms with their scars. Upon reaching the last section of Dreamland's terrain, the lavender fields of Ataraxia, they begin to notice the beauty in things half-wilted. That Dreamland was never quite fixed in its presentation. They come to understand it is a living, breathing creature too. Mend My Soul in Lavender discusses the sentiment that you cannot kill nightmares with arrows and knives. You cannot hate yourself into loving yourself. And there is no need to ask permission to heal. To accept the bad parts of you, you must sit with them, listen to them, and understand them with compassion. In doing so, you'll find the balance between celebrating the stories behind your scars, while also recognizing that although our stories are a part of us, and a beautiful part of us at that, they also don't need to define us for our experiences to be valid. We're allowed to grow around our wounds and create identities outside of survivorship. It may take time, especially when it feels like you've forgotten who you are, but isn't that the art of healing? Finding and creating yourself over and over again? After their travels, Lux sets out to write the letter that they've always wanted, though this time it isn't necessarily filled with the same promises they thought they would write. It's a letter to their younger self, and in many ways, from my own self to my wanderers. If you ever need a reminder that there is beauty on the other side of healing, feel free to take it from me. Dearest sunshine, we found our smile again. Our story's not over yet, and I promise I'll see how it ends. And within our final chapter, Unwritten Melody, Lux creates a new promise, a promise to their future self, the version of them which remains unwritten. Dear author of my story, I am taking the pen and ink. I'm no tragic prophecy. I deserve continuing. With that, Lux decides to stay in Dreamland for the time being, continuing to learn and grow alongside themselves while caring for their beloved terrain. Above all, Lux's story reminds us that we too are undefined by destiny, and sometimes the first step to healing what may feel broken inside you is simply choosing yourself and protecting your happiness. Storytime or therapy session? Which one is it, Alicia? Anywho, thank you all so much for coming along with the story of Lux's journey and the overview of Dreamland's lore. I hope this video could bring some joy to your day and serve as a solid starting point for my wanderers both new and old who are interested in Dreamland's lore. As always, there will be lots more to come in the future, so if you have any other questions or topics you'd like me to cover, feel free to let me know within the comments below. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of your day. Bye! Okay, there we go.